Mahabharat, The Eternal Quest. Foreword. A great book needs to be retold afresh for each generation. The Mahabharat is one of those books. Known as the fifth Veda, it is quite unlike the first four Vedas, which are difficult to comprehend. It is an extensive book, 7 times longer than the Odyssey and Iliad combined. An epic of ancient India, Mahabharata teaches the most abstract ideas indirectly, through stories. It highlights the most complex ethical dilemmas to take the reader to the deepest levels of spiritual wisdom. The underlining contest in the book between the Pandavas and the Kauravas, who are cousins, is like that between the good and the evil. Its central event is the battle that takes place on the holy ground at Kurukshetra, but this battle also represents the living struggle within each individual's heart. As do the Greek philosophers, Mahabharata extols the examination of one's life, and it gives us the most uncommon wisdom to do so. The Bhagavad Gita, a jewel of world literature, is a part of it. Growing up in Kashmir, the Mahabharata was a living text to us for its drama, action and wisdom. We chanted the Bhagavad Gita at home. Father exhorted his children to be brave and truthful like the Pandava brothers. In particular, he wanted us to learn to concentrate like Arjuna, whose challenge was to shoot the revolving fish above him while looking into its reflection in a pan of oil. Arjuna was so focused on the task that he saw nothing but the eye of the fish. Mother felt a special relationship with the deity Krishna, whose appearance day, Janmashtami, was a big festival at home. The stories of Krishna's life were recounted. She decorated a swing for baby Krishna, and we fasted until midnight, the hour of his birth. The Mahabharata is a living document in Indian and Southeast Asian culture, and beyond that, it has influenced world literature. The story continues to be relevant to contemporary issues and concerns, especially in showing the havoc that blind ambition, greed, and hubris can bring upon society. There are those who argue that selfless action and protection of Dharma, the moral law, taught by Krishna to Arjuna, should be somehow incorporated in the world of business to forestall repeats of our recent financial crises. The book's lessons on the nature and meaning of life bring enlightenment. The Mahabharata inspires and provides strength as we go through the tribulations of life. It teaches fearlessness, for it reminds us that our essence is immortal. Tulsi Gabbard, the congresswoman from Hawaii, writes that when she was on the combat tour of Iraq, the Bhagavad Gita brought her great comfort. She reminded herself that she didn't need to worry about death because her spirit soul would continue to exist. I still remember Andy Frankel telling the story of Mahabharata at an international conference in Atlanta over 15 years ago. A hush fell over the hall as we listened with rapt attention, and at the end, when we came to the story of Yudhishthir and his dog, most had tears in their eyes. Andy Frankel is a master storyteller who, in his performances at schools, colleges, and conferences, not only charms but awakens wisdom that has been largely forgotten in modern life. His writing is as direct as his spoken stories, and his Mahabharata has a fresh, fast-paced, cinematic quality to it. In this book, he has captured the scope and breadth of this great epic. Subhash Kak, Ph.D. Author and Regents Professor, Oklahoma State University.